Hello. Um, yeah, I just feel to record and talk about the transitions going on in my mind that I've really noticed recently. Um, and it's this clear and obvious quietening of the internal monologue. It's almost not there. In fact, in some ways, it's like I'm not thinking in words as I'm going much at all. That's kind of bizarre to think. And then also, like, there's way less chatter going on. When I think it seems to be very deliberate, and most of it, I believe, is coming from up there, not from my own like anxieties or worries. That's really cool. Um, yeah, and I think the other thing I've really picked up on is um, my antennae for the world. So in the Bible, Jesus talks about the world as this system of Satan, like the addictive, money driven, status fueled, um, attention seeking system of the world in which all of the brands and the reality TV shows and the fame and the drugs and the drink and etc etc, that is the world. And my antennae for that and everything that comes in it and is associated with it and all of the trappings and the tricks of the trade to try and get you into the world, I see it so clearly. And there's this real anti-magnet for me. And so when I hear or see advertising, even, I go, ugh, no, don't want that. Or if I'm in the wrong environment, it's like, no, get out, go somewhere quiet with peace and just a candle or something. It's really blissful. And then just earlier this evening, I was with a close friend, and we were having a really nice chat, and we prayed together. I really felt the spirit as well. That was just lovely. Like when you pray, sometimes when it's a genuine, heartfelt prayer, I really feel just this like real heavy, heavy purity. It's like my body just sinks deeper into purity, and it's like a nice squeezing internally. But yeah, so we did a nice prayer, and afterwards I just sat in that moment, and we'd been talking about what's God saying to you at the moment, and I said, I don't know if God has been saying anything to me, but it seems like the messaging I'm getting from God when I try and speak to Him, the response I get is along the lines of just like listen to your heart, feel, just be in the spirit, be with the moment. And as I was explaining that to my friend, this analogy came to mind, which was um, the father has taken off the stabilizers on the training bike, and I'm still looking over my shoulder, being like, I don't know how to do it, and he's like, you're already cycling. And so I think, and this is how I've really been in the last year, is every time I do speak, act, or think, I've almost always been checking in with God. Like, how do I say this? What does this person need from me? What should I be doing now? I'm honestly, every moment of the day, every interaction, every conversation, everything I do, say, think, I've been running it by God, and I got to know Him so closely and intimately through that. But I just feel this gentle pulling away from Him. Not that He's not there. It's just that training, the the stabilizers I no longer need. I really feel that from Him, and that's quite beautiful. And as I just sunk in more into that thought this evening, in the last hour or so, I began to sense this real peace, godly peace, and it's so it feels God's with me, and yet he's giving me freedom because he trusts me to just be and do and act righteously on behalf of him, which is wonderful. And yet all of the anxieties, the what ifs, the I should be's have softened. My brain is dialed into him, and it's still. I'm not longing or being too lustful or pleasure seeking. I'm just being. And I that only comes in Jesus Christ, which is pretty awesome. I will say this. Yeah, it has taken a lot of work, a lot of shedding, facing myself, battling demons, removing things, ideas, hobbies, possessions, career pathways, people, removing all of that from my life in order that I may be born again. And so I really feel that I am quite firmly born again in the Spirit of God. And that's pretty cool. So yeah, I just wanted to say that. And so I feel very ridiculously hopeful and at peace. Like an old man in a rocking chair, something like that. An old man in a rocking chair on the porch with a dog next to him snoring and a cup of joe. That's how I feel. Feels pretty nice. Try Jesus.